to talk about this book here. If you do not have this book, please go get yours. Biking Through Africa and Beyond, written by Benedicta Apwama. This book teaches a whole lot. It teaches resilience, it teaches determination, it teaches focus, it teaches that on a daily basis, opportunities will come, and what you do with it determines how far you can go in life. A few things, well, right? As I read through this book, one of the first things that caught my attention was the support of her husband, Mr. Frederick Akoma. And if you get to see this, I want to like really applaud you, sir. You're one, kind of a husband. Like, it's amazing to see a husband who is willing to go all out to encourage his wife, to support his wife, for her to be able to, so that she gets fulfilled and live out her dreams without any feeling of intimidation or you being insecure of any kind. I mean, he was the one that suggested to his wife that she should register her organization, which is the Girls for Development Goals Foundation, as an NGO. And when they got married, it was around the time when they just she was posted for service. He was willing to go with her. She even had a program went with her, and at some point in the program, he even volunteered. It confirmed to me one of my beliefs that don't just marry a man who allows you to fly. Marry a man who is willing and ready to fly, right? Another thing that caught my attention, while she was in school, during her finals, and she was a president of the Christian Fellowship of Pharmacy Students. And there's always this conference that happens, and because of her upbringing, so to say, and they usually don't let them travel alone. I mean, her parents, and for one or two other reasons, she had not been attending these, fellowship programs. But while in her final, she decided that, oh, it's not be good. I'm the president, and this is my last year. I know I've not been at. Let me attend this one. And although scared, she took that leap, and that was the beginning of all of this journey. That it was, I think, that was a yearly program, and that was a program where she heard about this yearly scholarships and yearly programs and all of that, and that was where the seed for this journey began. Speak of the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. That was her one step that led to this great feats and greater ones to come. That was where the seed for this greatness, the seed for more, the seed for all of these things you can see in this book and more was birthed or was sown. And it taught me that a lot of times certain opportunities will come. They will not be comfortable. They may pose some, you know, discomfort as it were, but you should not let them pass you by because of certain beliefs or certain limiting factors or whatever. If you can push beyond all of that and lay hold on that opportunity, you have no idea how far it can take you. Another thing this book taught me, there were times or occasions where she had to speak up, where it wasn't really ideal for her to speak up in moments like that, or she had to do so. I think there was even an occasion, particularly, where she was not meant to speak up, like it was somebody else that was supposed to speak up, but for some reasons he was nowhere at the time when he was, called upon to speak. And rather than letting, perhaps the panels or the judges or whatever, those who were you know handling that program, to like, okay, let me call on so and so to speak, she stood up, she took up the mic and she spoke, unknown to her that people were noticing, and it gave her some opportunities and some accesses that may never have come to her if she did not speak up. So there are occasions where you will need to, don't let your voice be stilled for whatever reason. Learn to speak up. You have no idea who is listening. You have no idea who is watching. You have no idea and what your speaking up can do, the access it can open up to you, the opportunities it can open up to you. But if you do not speak up, you will never know. And such accesses may not be opened up to you, right? There are times where you will need to like take the bull by the horn. And if you do not take the bull by the horn, if you do not take opportunities as they come, you're most likely to remain in one spot. So ditch the limiting beliefs, ditch the fear factors, ditch the backgrounds and whatever it is that may be holding you down, and lay hold on those opportunities. Don't let them pass you by. If there's anything, it shows that she took opportunities when they came, and she was determined, she was resilient not to let certain limiting factors, for instance, finance and what have you, to stop her from attaining the heights that she has gotten to now, and she will still get to, tomorrow in time to come. So there are a whole lot of things to learn from this book. If you haven't gotten yours, go get yours. My name is Favour Ezia, the CEO of Standing Strong Podcast. And this book was a blessing. Kudos and more feats, more achievements to you, Mrs. Benedicta Apono, and great applause as well to your husband as well. Thank you for this book and greater achievements.